Welcome everybody to your boy Satoshi Mother effing Heavy sending in here with stalking or hunting day trades. So grab your pens, papers, and we'll start in about 40 seconds. We'll be covering Bitcoin, Ethereum, probably Ethereum BTC because I'm trading it on Prime XPT now, and I can trade that pair now, thankfully. And we probably will touch on Dodge as well, because I'm also have an account on Kraken. I'm using to trade Dodge Bitcoin. Again, welcome everybody to your boy Satoshi Motherfucking Heavy with. See, it doesn't flow as well. I need to figure something out there, guys. Whoever a good name for this little mid Alright. Start with Bitcoin today. I only placed 2 trades today. One was a break-even short that if I would have held would have been would have worked perfectly. And one was a long that worked perfectly. And so far I'm flat. I'm just holding spot longs on Ethereum. I'm in a spot. I'm always in spot on BTC with at least 30% of my capital. Pretty heavily into Ethereum though. Okay, let's go to Bitcoin. This will stay Ethereum for now. I'm still with this on Bitcoin, to be honest with you. Where's my chat box? What's up, everyone? Nah, that's pretty cool, man. I wish I was taking a nice bath, but I still got a long day ahead of me. After this, I got a few more other things. I gotta hit the gym after this. I gotta go. I gotta finish making the bot work for Elevate. And I gotta go to dinner with a whole bunch of my homegirls. Literally just all girls. And so I'll be back at it. All right, so to me, this is clearly a 3-way pattern. You cannot deny this is a 3-way pattern. And what's crazy, if you were with me last time we were talking, I actually said I think we're here, and I said watch for this rally up, watch for this high to break, and watch for a short down to this low, and that's literally what happened. So if you got on that trade, congratulations. I did not trade that. Unfortunately, I was in an Ethereum trade, a short on Ethereum that worked perfectly well. Just because I'm more heavily I have way more capital in Ethereum, so I really don't care about my Bitcoin. I don't care about like hedging a short on Bitcoin to preserve that capital. But I knew if I just let this drop affect me, it might affect my emotional aspects, and didn't want that to happen. So I hedged a short on Ethereum, caught that move, but that play on Bitcoin was perfect. Now at that point, we hit a low point, and in my opinion, this is an impulse. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm so salty. I was talking to family, and I didn't buy that low on Ethereum. I should have bought that low on Ethereum. But it's my fault. Okay, flat, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is this move here. I'm anticipating this. Technically, let's do one other check real quick. We retraced enough to say that we can now impulsively move up. Like this to finish this move. But I will say, be aware that it could do this. So if it comes up here and like does not break that high, comes like that, and then it does this, this is still a buy. As long as we retrace... What? Actually, no, this is not a buy. I lied. Whoops. So if we come up, we can't break this low. We absolutely can't. That low, we cannot break it anymore. This is where, if we break that low, I would say we're going lower, doing something more complex, maybe like a WXY, and then once we break this low, that would be the buy. But if we break this low, I'm anticipating this is going to happen. Go to here. But for now, my bias is up just because this move here was clearly 3 waves. Hit an order block. From that order block, it seems like we made an impulsive phase, move to the upside. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I'm saying is, don't get, if it comes up, it's at like a double top, triple top in this case, right? Don't be scared that it's gonna retrace, because it most likely will, because time's kind of too quick for a correction. You see how long this took? You'd anticipate this to take kind of a similar aspect of time. Not this quick, that's a little too quick. So I'm anticipating at least one more little divot there, maybe, and that'll be like a buy opportunity. But don't be shaken out if you bought this low and it does this, don't get shaken out there. Hold on to your bias that if it breaks that low, that's where you're wrong, which I think that is a very obvious level that we're wrong at. So I do all my day trades hunting on a 13-minute time frame, and I go on to the lower time frames to confirm or find an entry. You will see that I still cannot find out, for the god-forsaken reason, why I cannot draw on my stochastic. I can't draw any drawings on it. See this? So I could draw on this. I guess. Oh my gosh, that's gonna drive me freaking insane. Is there a reason for this? Is it because I need that on? Is that the reason? Hold on. That is stupid. So stupid. Oh my gosh. Anyways. Alright, so on this 13-minute, we got a buy setup. Right? We got our stochastic on the low side. And we got that hidden divergence to form on RSI. Oh, it's not hidden actually. It's actually not. That's nothing actually. This is a divergence though. Let's probably work an hourly divergence. Let's check the hourly. Yeah, the hourly has a divergence from here to here. Look, this pivot to this one here. So again, that level is basically the same level that I don't want us underneath, right? If we break that low, this idea is wrong, that we're making an impulsive phase up, then, and I probably wouldn't short that, because I don't like shorting mid-range or anything like that, unless like there's a daily open in the middle of it, then I would probably do it, but other than that, I wouldn't participate in that. We want to draw our levels real quick, I forgot to do that. Okay, we're above the daily high as well. This is also bullish. This is why I can't not be bullish here. So let me draw our levels real quick so we can see what I'm talking about. D1 high. These are the most important. If you're a day trader, these are the most important levels every single day. And if you're not drawing them, then I don't know what you're in my opinion, you're kind of going blind at it. Especially the daily open. If you have one level on if you could have one like price action level on your chart every day as a day trader, your most important level would be the daily open. I usually have it on here, but for some reason it got deleted. And then daily lows right here. The lows right here. I know it is. Sorry, I should have done this prior. I didn't know my daily levels were gone. Look at all this liquidity building up here as well. You know there's stops up here. And look at the angle of descent right now. You know, we're making higher lows. Right? So and like almost like a head and shoulder here as well. Very interesting. The idea is this. I'm not exactly sure. I think this is your first move and it goes 1, 2, 1, harsh 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is why these two are so similar. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then this is your fifth move, and this leg. Well, 1, 2, and then this is all 3, 4, and then 5. There. That's the idea. This is where the correction ends for now. If we break this high, I'm pretty positive it's going to happen. The only thing that makes me hesitant that this is going to happen is that there could be a possibility that this is an expanded flat or a running flat. But even if it is, if it's this running or expanding flat, this will even be more bullish in the future. Because if it's this and we come and retrace here, this will be a buy. This is going to go to fucking 80,000. But as of right now, I'm going to hold on to this bias. Right? That's the highest degree I want to talk about, though. I don't want to go into the highest degree in a higher time frame for now. So, delete all the drawings for now. Now we got all the context we needed. Right? We know where we're wrong. I'm willing to buy a little pullback here on Bitcoin and risk it a little bit. That low was where I should have been buying, but like I said, I was talking to some family, unfortunately. I like how the 13-minute is starting to break above on the OBV, but it's not positive yet. We wanted to be positive. You know how it goes white here? It's a pretty good indication it's going to move up. So we wanted to go for white, but in my opinion, this looks fairly impulsive. This looks like a little 5-wave move down. 1, 2. This is like 3, 4. Again, I'm willing to buy a pullback if this goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Hits there and it goes like this. I'm willing to buy that pullback, especially if we hold this daily high. If we hold this daily high, the longer we're above the daily high, the more likely that we're going to expand to the upside. Same thing with the daily low. The more time you spend below it, the more likely you're going to just expand to the downside. The idea that, with the daily levels is that every single day, you know that the previous day you're going to have it stops on the daily high and the daily low. And the aspect, like this is a Forex aspect. This comes from Forex. That price wants to chase liquidity, so it's going to chase either the daily high or the daily low to get those stops, take those stops, and then reverse price another way. Now, if price does not SFP, swing failure, whatever you want to call it, like break the high and then come like this and do that, then that's not a chase on liquidity. Then this is telling you that it's most likely a stage of accumulation above a new level, a daily level for expansion, or vice versa on the other side. Okay, it's not a super complex thing at all. It's just literally if you're spending too much time above the daily high or spending too much time below the daily low, you're most likely gonna expand to the downside. And I could like make an indicator where you can go back in price and time and just see how often that happens. But it also works the other way where if you SFP it, price will go chase the other daily level. But I'm not a price action trader like that, so I use it, I respect it, and I understand it. I use it as context, but I don't use it as a trading plan or strategy. But this aids to my bullish arguments that we have a weird flat pattern forming up here, a little bullish push after a 5-wave move down, broke the nearest pivot in broke the nearest pivot after in my opinion, a 5-wave move down, which indicates that you could possibly reverse, especially since we made a 5-wave move up. So again, I'm willing to buy a pullback here on Bitcoin for today. Invalid below this low. So this is your hard stop, but how I do, I always have a hard stop on the invalidation level based on Elliott wave, which is usually a little too far at times. And then I have a stop based on this mental look, like a level, which is usually the 786. So just take the measurement of the 786 of this move, which is probably gonna end like right here or something. And so if price were to get below 46,990, I'd exit before my hard stop hits, just because that doesn't make sense to retrace that low. Okay. So the idea on Bitcoin is we're going to move up, make a new high today. Beyond that, I don't know. It looks like this is part of an impulse, so I'm not willing to say short this. Shorting, it should only be looked at as a short scalp and hedge. Be very quick. Nothing, don't try to hold on to it until, you know for a fact things are changing. But at this point, it's a guessing game to the top. So I'm not willing to try to make that guess. What would make me very confident on this buy is if this could flip over that and stay over it and then flip positive. That would be very... By the way, this is free. This is free. So LBV I made is free. The setups here for a long, though, bottomed out indicators. Momentum has more potential to go up than down. We have more upside than downside on momentum. Let's go to ETH. ETH is much of the same today. I drew some levels. Today, I had two ideas that either we're going to go... Like this is started with impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is why I bought this low. I sold here. I got out just in time, just because I saw Bitcoin making a flat, and I saw this on Bitcoin. I was like, that's a flat. I saw this little B wave right here. It's clearly a B wave. A, B, C. I was like, that's a flat. I didn't short though. Wish I did. Didn't have the balls to though. Things were happening too fast. I already took 2 trades. One for breaking, one for a good bit of profit. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna chill. Wait for the 5 o'clock time frame to come around, where it's usually the time frame I usually like to trade. So it seems like we held that daily open. Have these levels. As long as we sustain this blue box, I'm willing to say that Ethereum also has a chance to expand to the upside. Although Ethereum's a little difficult to gauge, to be honest with you. There's 2 ideas. That one is a more bearish idea. If Ethereum cannot break this most recent high that was made, then this most likely is going to be the count, unfortunately. I want this high to be broken to feel confident of expanding to 2K. If we don't break this in the next 24 hours, I'm going to say we're going to probably visit this low side here at daily low. Here at 1670. The reason why I say that is because this could be a chance that this is a finished subwave of the final impulse to the upside. And this is going to... Sorry. And this is going to just go 1, 2, and then that's 3. This could also be a major top, but I felt like if it was going to be a major top, this entire swing would have got broken in less time and complexity. But I think too much time has gone by, and we could throw that idea out now. Nope. So the idea is still on the table, but it's getting less likely as time goes by. The bullish idea is that, which was my original idea. We started taking so much time, making so much of this weird up and down choppy movements, that I started drifting away from my initial idea that this was a 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we're trying to get up. Especially now, since this looks like a clear 3-way move, and now this time doesn't make sense anymore for a 1, 2, 1, 2. So I'm just like really starting to drift away towards the idea that Ethereum is going to run with Bitcoin in its next move, and that this might actually retrace for a wave 2 before an actual breakout to 2K, 3K. But the same idea as Bitcoin, I'm just going to go with the levels, go with this thing stated. We hit a low side. Stochastic, a lot of room to the upside. Again, I would like to just hold these levels in the retrace for me to potential buy here for this evening, and let you close out at this high, and then that's just essentially it. I'm in a leverage position. I don't try to make a home run. I'm just trying to get, you know, this consistent, like 3 to 5% on those trades. I would like this to start trending positively, though. Ethereum, again, Ethereum's more messy. The reason why I'm like really worried about Ethereum here is because just the aggressiveness of this move, and then the way this move came up in a three-way pattern, it's just like, man. From a pure like Elliott wave, it's the most basic Elliott wave perspective. You would anticipate, and structure, most basic Elliott wave structure perspective, you'd anticipate this going like this. This by pure structure. But we haven't lost a daily open, so I'm not really willing to say that. Again, the only time I'm willing to short mid-range is if there's a daily level, like the daily open. So like if we were to do this, I'd probably short that because I anticipate that daily level being lost to go seek lower levels. But you got to know that in the next 10 minutes, we'll have a new daily open, which is probably going to be in this area, which indicates a little bit higher. You'll see, though, we've got 12 minutes. So in our next 12 minutes, I'll be getting out here as well. So let's touch on Dodge before I get out, because it's pretty much the same. There's not really any clear indicative that we're going to go much higher. Bitcoin seems like it has more indication, has better upside in a near term. When you look at the subway structure, Bitcoin subway, Ethereum subway structure is a little messy. So you're just playing with whatever the indicators tell you, you know. I'm still with the idea that before we're going to get a bounce, it's going to be down here. We're just forming something more complex. I thought it was going to be a 5-wave impulse, but it's probably going to be a WXY now. I'm still with this being a bouncing idea for. I can't short this coin, so I can only look for longs. This is the only unfortunate thing. It's kind of extending. I'd honestly watch for just like maybe a wick into below that level right there, because time doesn't really make sense for a WXY. So this must be either a middle wave of a larger corrective phase like this, and then it moons to the and then the pattern will be this. If you can't see it, the pattern will be this right there. Or if what I'm assuming, this looks like a triangle. It's so weird. This could be like a weird expanding, but this is just channeling so much that it's almost impossible if you call it that. So yeah, I'm gonna say this, guys. I'm gonna say it dodges in a corrective phase of a corrective phase. This is A. Now we're in a B of some sort. Just because structurally, the only way this would be a terminating move to move us up higher in the same degree as this is if time makes sense in certain ways, or price does, and price doesn't, because this is not forming a wedge or a expanding wedge. It's actually channeling way too well to be that. And time doesn't make sense for a WXY, which is the only other count that would make sense for this pattern to end right here. Therefore, I'm going to say that we're going to have a lot of fun to trade Dodge for a long time. As long as we stay above these levels, there's going to be enough liquidity to trade Dodge. As in swing, like daily swing trades, like two-day holds, day holds, 3-day holds, maybe like a week hold type thing. As long as we stay above this level, we're going to have enough liquidity to do that with Dodge, which is very fun. I like that. I like it because how much it moves, you know. So the idea for now is that Dodge is in this weird corrective phase. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. Again, watch for this like a wick down here. Watch for especially this low to break. And I was be interested in buying Dodge. With anticipation that this could be this C wave here, which would then be a sell. Okay. Look at this though. Look at the hourly, primed for it's not guaranteed. You wait for a divergence to form. See how we're down here, but we just ran low. It's because we never formed a divergence. We had a double bottom, but price. I mean, that's kind of a divergence. Double bottom. It's like a weak hidden divergence. Right there. But you're looking for a regular divergence to form with this in tandem. And we didn't get one in this entire run. Notice how RSI kept making, except maybe right here. Nope, RSI made new lows with price this entire time. So these are all maybe hidden divergences, but nothing more than that. But which are all weak in that terms. But this one, look, we have a possible regular divergence right there off this reset. So especially make the new low, which makes sense for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then anticipate this to rally. If we get above that level and hold it, then I'm anticipating this level. You know? OBV looks really strong. Little insight for people who don't really understand OBV too well. I'm not a master at it, but if I'm not mistaken, this is a sign of accumulation. Notice how the high of OBV is here, a high of price is here, but price is underneath, but OBV is above. OBV is a measurement of volume. So this is telling me that there's more volume in this area than there's ever been. You know, and it's continuing, it's sustaining that. You know, it's growing, it's more volume being traded in this area. And that's what it's showing. So it's almost like a sign of accumulation. So I wouldn't be surprised of that these highs get violated and aggressively in the coming weeks or months or whatever. Okay. All right. And it'll be the opposite if it was the opposite way. Say if that was the low level you're anticipating. Here's OBV and like in a low set like this, and on the same side on price is above that level. Well, that's telling you that there's a lot of sell pressure, a lot of sell volume coming down, and it could be a sign as distribution. Which is the opposite of this, right? Notice how the level is the opposite. They're inversed. Shout out to True Crypto, taught me that a long time ago. Like years ago. Alright. Looking for a buy opportunity on Dodge below 136. It might rebound before 136 after breaking the low of 142. So anticipate that if we break 142 and do not break 136 and we regain 150, I'll probably be buying in, anticipating that this is now going back to the upside. Alright guys, so that's about it. It's about to be 5 minutes till 5, so it's your time to ask me any last minute questions or concerns. We're right on schedule this time, it's beautiful. I think that's exactly what we need to do for our intraday intraday plays and stuff like that. We should only study 4 coins at max, and try to really get dialed in with them and really track them down really well. I mean, that's so cool. It's a bougie ass candle. $20 candle that I would never buy on regular price. It was on sale, so I bought it. It's called Wood Wick. Crackles as it burns. So again, if you have any last minute questions, concerns, you're trying to ask me them. Again, I'm looking for possible long little scalp on Ethereum. Bitcoin's probably the better play at this moment, though. So probably look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin just looks more impulsive. So if we could break this, I might go for a little scalp here. Set my stop there, target like here. If we break that, so it has to break that. Set the stop like there, target like there. Because this looks oddly like a running flat that is finished for me. This will be a very quick scalp though. Closing in at 5-minute time frame. What's our indicators look like on Bitcoin on the other time frame? 30-minute time frame. Coming into this order block though, gotta be very careful. The better scalp might be to short to this low side though. So we gotta be also careful of that. That's the order block. If you get past the order block, we're flying. Unless for some reason we can't close above it. Again, if you have trouble with order blocks, I have a fantabulous order block video I'll retweet today as well. But the idea is I want to scalp long into this order block, right into the middle of the order block at 48.41. I like how OBV is holding up right here, kind of. We're hinting negative a little bit here. I like it again. I like this trend. I wish we were positive here. I wish I would have saw this as the low side. Especially on this break there, that would have been a good entry. Break, retest, positive. Yeah, if OBV could turn positive with these, and I know this is really close with it. I'm probably going to take this little short scalp with this idea. This is a little 5-wave impulse. I'm going to go ahead and attempt this motherfucker. Stop there. I know if it goes below there, I'm wrong. Target that little order block here. See what happens. Minimal risk. Very minimal risk. Could just reverse right now because it's a fifth wave. It's very dangerous playing fifth waves sometimes. I just like this idea and at this point because there's a running flat. Usually running flats indicate that there's a lot of strength in that direction. Sometimes it fails, but usually it's like a 68% chance that it's going to indicate it's strong. Once the trend continues, it's going to be strong, but not always guaranteed. I just wanted to push right into this little order block and close out. Whoever's going to come against us. Usually with the scalps, if it doesn't happen really fast, I like to pull. If it comes back into my entry, I can definitely exit. For a loss in fees, which is about $20. It's going to come back at me. It's unfortunate. And I'm going to have to close. That's why it's dangerous to play those fifth waves. Damn, that sucks. Oh well. So the idea for the day trade, though, is it's going to come up. This might have been the fifth move. I don't know. You can only assume with those fifth waves, especially when it doesn't do anything like that. You'd really expect a running flat to break past that with aggression, but I didn't do that. So that's unfortunate. But the idea is that if we come back, possibly hold that as a retest. I'll probably enter that as a long, anticipating it's going to break to the upside of Bitcoin. Ethereum, I'm probably not going to trade because I don't know what Ethereum's really doing. It looks more bearish the way it's the structure of it. I'm holding spot on Ethereum. That's about it. I'm not going to try to leverage long it or anything like that. If I see weakness across the board on Bitcoin and Ethereum, I'll try to short it and leverage to obviously hedge myself. But other than that, Bitcoin looks more clear that we're kind of impulsed after we made a 5-wave drop to the downside. I wish I saw that. That's a pretty clean 5-wave impulse to the downside. Watch this be the move I want to be on, which that could actually be it. I can't enter though, because my rules I can't do that. I can't double tap an entry like that. So you get fucked up. Take 2 losses in a row. Cause I said my level where I was wrong is it came back at me, so I'm not gonna let that greed or anything like that sway that. If it goes to my price target, fine. My idea was right. My execution was flawed. Do better next time. See how OBV is positive again, though? So, OBV is positive with that. If we close above that, I'd probably do exactly what I say. Unfortunate. It would have stopped me out anyway, so it's good that, I closed that. Rules are rules for a reason, over time. Positive here on OBV as well. All right, since no one's asking me any questions or concerns, I'm gonna go ahead and raise up this volume, and in the next 3 minutes, I'll be getting out of here. All right, thank you all for tuning in. Yeah. Next, I'm gonna try to get in the 3 o'clock hour next time instead of the 4 o'clock hour. That might be a little bit more beneficial. Okay? So anticipate that. But next time you'll see me is Sunday, our scheduled time. Man, I know that it's going to go to our target watch. Ooh, man, you gutted. And that happens every now and then. As a wage trader, it happens. You interpret something just a little bit wrong. I should have tried to count this, but this is so messy. Maybe like A, B, C. Ooh, bastards. Whatever. Man. Oh well. Again. Execution was flawed. Idea was right. It looks like it's going to be. So yeah, thank you all for tuning in. And let's get these tunes rolling and get us out of here. Again, you can catch me, your boy, Social Mother Effing Heavy again this weekend, Sunday, at probably do it after 5 p.m. for sure. I'll post it on Twitter. After 5 p.m. for sure. Depending on how long I take doing what I need to do that day. It might be like the 7 p.m. hour as well. So I'll let you guys know. Alright? Alright. So again, thank you for tuning in. And until next time, remember, if you're in a tough spot, man, I'm super salty, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Look at price. It's going. It's going. It is going. Again, idea was right, execution was flawed. It is what it is. Alright, catch you next time. Peace. Keep practicing. Oh yeah, what I was gonna say. If you're not finding yourself in a tough spot, right, whatever, or you feel like you're giving up, or you can't find that, that guaranteed success, or not guaranteed success, but that ongoing success with trading. I guarantee you, it's is you're one or two things away from getting past that, and one of them is definitely going to be mental, and the other is, I guarantee you, is risk management, or your strategy is not as clean cut. So if your strategy is clean cut and you can't irrefute your position, meaning that if when you look at a chart, your chart either says buy or sell. I know my system is a little bit different in terms because I kind of have Elliott Wave to play into it, but how mine works is, if I have bottom out stochastic or topped out stochastic with a divergence, I'm looking to trade that in that opposite direction. In this case, this was a downside move, so I was looking to trade it to the upside, but I just happened to miss that play. And then I'll go into this lower time frame and see if it confirms it by breaking over levels and having OBV confirm it. And that's irrefutable. I cannot say. That's why I was like, man, it's gonna break up again because it's positive. If it was red, I'll be like, okay, it had a chance to break down, but it's positive. That's like, man, it's probably still gonna go to our target. Unfortunately, we're just happen not being in. I'm not willing to double dip into a position like that after getting stopped out immediately. That's not a recipe for success to do that. Once you get stopped out, that was your level you anticipated being wrong. Move on to the next trade. When it comes to day trading and stuff like that, there's gonna be millions of opportunities day trading. So that's just very unfortunate. But yeah. So make sure to understand where you're failing at. Look at your problems because, like I said, if your system's clean, clear, and cut, irrefutable, all you have to do is and you have I think it's a 5-to-1 risk to reward ratio. All you have to be is a 38% win rate, I think, or 33.8% win rate of a trader, and you'll be profitable over time. Imagine that. Hit 4 out of 10 shots, and you're profitable. As long as you manage risk appropriately. And your system's clean and cut. That's, so manage risk appropriately. And what does that mean? Risk management is not as hard as people think. You just got to find where your 1 to 3% is. Find how much money you can lose, 1 to 3% of your portfolio, and then just figure out where that is on the chart. Now, when you're trading an asset like Bitcoin, it's a little bit harder, especially if you don't have a full Bitcoin to trade on. If you're not holding a full Bitcoin in your account. So, yeah, just find that. Like, say if you have a $10,000, which is I trade with about a $10,000 account roughly. Every time I make $2,000, I transfer it out and stake it into long-term trading, hold and stuff like that. I stake it. I don't do staking or anything like that. But 10,000, 1% of 10,000 is $100, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's $100. And so that's if I hardly ever make myself lose $100, but I can always usually manually stop myself out before. But if I lose $100, that's only 1%. That won't hurt me. And you can do that 3 times, and then once your one trade hits for that 5-to-1, you make 5%. You make those 4 losses back. And so that's just the name of the game. So you got to be very mindful of that risk management. Very just respect it. Man, I'm so salty, guys. I'm so salty. I got us in just a hair too early. Ooh. I should make a note that I should have trusted OBV on that a little bit more. I'm still relatively new using this OBV as a confirmation to stay in my position longer. But it is definitely provided a lot of context. If you held in that trade, good job. The closeout target was this level. It was a really good trade setup. It came back at me, and I didn't like what I was seeing. I had a different interpretation of what price was doing, and it didn't do what I was thinking it was doing, so I exited, and I can't be mad at that. But that was a really good trade. So if you're in this position still, move your stop up, break even, and Risk-free trade at this point. I'll close 75% here and let the rest close 75% here. Put your stop there, and then see what happens. It might go if it goes higher. If it breaks that high, add back, move your stop to there. You know. But I'm anticipating this is gonna hold this area right here because it's an order block. And it's gonna hold for the first time. Then it's gonna come back, pull back. It's gonna be a buy, and this is the day trade I'm trying to get us on. This was just a quick, fun little scalp here that would have been very fucking excellent. Just man, that screwed me over. I didn't see what was happening fast enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. Still running flat, which is a little bit more complex than I was anticipating. All right. With that, thank you all for sitting in. I'll catch you next time. This Sunday at either 5, sometime after 5 p.m. You better be on my Twitter to get that stream time. If not, because you won't get that. So thank you all. Tune in. Be safe. And much love. Thank you. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. Like, subscribe. Drop a comment. Tell me what you hate. Tell me what you don't like. What you want more of. And I'll make sure to pay attention to those and fix whatever I need to for next time. Thank you all. And peace the fuck out.